Hello everyone, we're beginning the last week of class. I hope you were able to meet your personal goals that you set for class the very first week that we began. At this time, I am in the process of grading your final projects and you'll get feedback from me by the end of day on Thursday. I just want to say that everyone is making wonderful progress on your projects. You really should be proud of yourself. I know that some of you are a little frustrated because you haven't found the right tool yet to help you to answer your question, or maybe you're still trying to figure out some of the specifics for your intervention or working with your population to be sure you have a good sample size, but all of this will come. Sometimes it just takes a little longer to figure out some of those specifics. Now, this week we're going to work on operational and general definitions of the terms and concepts for your study. So these are really important so that the reader, who may not be familiar with your field, has a good understanding of the working parts of your particular project. You want to use scholarly references for your definitions, and dictionaries aren't acceptable for these keywords. So maybe, go back and take a listen to the voice thread from last week if you need to, because that's where the definitions were covered, and you will get more information on those definitions through that voice thread. There's another voice thread this week, and it's called Timeline, How to Graduate in 28 months, not weeks, months. This is also going to help you with your discussion post. The discussion directions will tell you exactly where to find this document, and I just want you to be sure that when you do pull off the document, which is a timeline, that you pull off the correct one that is specific for your DNP specialty. So make sure you're following the correct one. You'll see that there's 3 columns. There's a due date, there's a start date, and there's a completion date. And what I'd like you to do is you do need to fill out the due date and the start date. If you're not sure when those particular tasks are going to be done, just try to estimate as to when you may be able to get those completed. If you just kind of look at the timeline, see when you're anticipating taking those particular classes, that should help you to get those dates together. There's also a completion column, and in that completion column, you can either leave that blank or you can answer or try to guesstimate again when you're going to complete those. Now, I usually encourage students to leave that blank so that you can use this as a working document, and then once you complete a task, you can go back to this timeline and then fill that completion column in, and you can see how much you've been able to complete during this period of time. So I'll leave that up to you. But then what you're going to do is attach that timeline to the forum post. Then in the forum, you're also going to post your definitions. And remember, all the terms need to be supported and cited with literature. The last assignment for this week is the practice experience record. And what you're going to do with this is to complete the table that's going to indicate the experiences that you completed for this class. And as you saw in the quick guide, that you had 90 hours to complete for class, with 25% of those, or 22.5 of the hours, being precepted hours. So just make sure that the precepted hours are identified. Then you want to look at the last page, or the second page of that table document, and you'll see that you need to write a reflection. And the reflection is going to be you selecting one of the course outcomes that's found in the course syllabus, and then complete a reflection of about 1 to 3 paragraphs. Now, the criteria for the reflection is going to be found under the practice experience record assignment link. So it'll tell you what the specific criteria are in order to help you with this. Now again, the 3 outcomes are the course outcomes. The first one is describe the DNP project elements and process, formulate an initial draft of section 1, including the problem statement, the purpose statement, and a practice-based question, and then create a timeline for completing the DNP project, which is what you're doing actually for this assignment. And again, these are found in the course syllabus, so you don't have to try to write all that down. One last thing to remember is to complete the class evaluation. Now, your feedback is really important to help to improve the class, not only for you, but for students who will be coming into the class in the future. So I look forward to reading your discussion posts this week. I've really enjoyed working with each of you these past 8 weeks, and best wishes to all of you in your career. So let me know if you have questions, and have a great week.